The ACT is the only jurisdiction in Australia where the traditional owners don't own and manage any land. Canberrans love living in the bush capital. As Canberra grows, we need to have a conversation about what is that relationship with nature and what does it mean for places like the Western Edge. The ACT government has bought it. We clearly have some people in government who would like to turn it into housing despite the incredible ecological and First Nations significance of that area. So what's an alternative vision?
This could be the start of something big. You know, in the Western Edge, like you have a look at it, at the moment it's untouched. And that Western corridor with the Murrumbidgee River, you know, that important flow is so unique. It is part of the oldest stories in the world, the rivers. It's crazy to think these Dreamtime stories are part of Canberra. And if you live in Canberra, this is part of your story.
Since moving to Canberra, I've fallen in love with the Murrumbidgee River. One of my favourite spots is near Uriara East, where you drive through the Western Edge to get out there. And every time I drive through there, it's spectacular.
Murrumbidgee to us is Murra being a pathway and Bidgee being the boss. Murrumbidgee speaks to us as Ngunnawal people and tells us when and how we are to work with and walk through country.
If you came to Australia 250 years ago, you could have walked from Melbourne to Brisbane through almost continuous temperate woodland. Now 95 to 99% of that environment has gone. The ACT has some of the most significant areas of woodland remaining, and it's really our job to restore and properly manage these kinds of areas, to bring back at least some of these kinds of places. And one of the best places to do that is on the Western Edge, down towards the Murrumbidgee corridor.
There's nowhere you can actually camp along the Murrumbidgee River in ACT. It's something we've done forever, thousands of years, you know. It's such a special place to be. And the fact that we can't even do that, it's like, yeah, mind-blowing to me.
Healthy water, healthy country gives you healthy people. What we're seeing over the past 200 years is Murrumbidgee becoming more and more sick and slowly dying.
One of the things that frustrates me about development in Australia is that the environment is given such short shrift. We don't need to do that in the ACT anymore. Let's not turn it all into roads and houses. Let's do restoration work there that brings back some of the endangered boxgum woodlands, but let's also bring back some of the cultural land management practices that would have been practiced across that Western Edge for up to 70,000 years.
For a territory that voted overwhelmingly yes in the referendum, to really value that First Nations knowledge and wisdom, which we need more than ever, we need to actually have a place where that can be implemented by First Nations people.
Our elders here on the ACT have, they've worked tirelessly, for over 60 years since we became human, to get our voice heard and to get us around the table to have those conversations. We're there, and now it's time for the action.
I want to see Canberra the way it used to be. We want to see native trees. We want to see native animals. We want people to belong to the environment and connect to it so that they feel what Mother Earth gives. We have Mother Earth and we have Father Sky. The relationship is there. We're in the middle of that. Our job is to sit and watch, and if something needs to be done, then we'll do it. But again, when we take away trees, we take away life. When we take away the environment, we take away our spirit. We want to bring that back.
The loss of the land has disconnected so many Aboriginal people from their spiritual links, cultural heritage and identity. Our kids in particular at this point in time, like, they're struggling. You know, social medias, racism, bullying, all that stuff. Where's their sacred place to go to heal, to feel safe, to be able to reconnect with their culture and their ancestors? My grandmother was 91 when she passed, so I've still got another 50 years left in me. I'll be striving to make that change. And then hand it down to these ones to continue it.
Olden days, there was, Tim and Billa, men's groups, that's how you become a man. So by having the land, connecting on it, I feel heaps more safe going through celebrations, rituals.
Fortunate enough, I've always just had very strong elders around me all my life. I've been, very connected to my country from a very, early age. Looking into the future, I would love for my, little niece, she's 1 year of age, to be able to pick up the ropes and run with it like I have. So this is a succession planning. We're setting up our next generation for good.
With Uncle Fred and all the elders, and I'm so proud that I'm here, and with the generations are coming behind us.
Over the years I did a lot of research on my connection here, and my great-great-great-grandfather and him and his older brother, Billy the Bull, and they pretty much were recognised as the leaders of the Ngunnawal tribe. And they travelled the land, the Ngunnawal land, for many, many decades, and probably before the white man came here.
I just want to see mob coming together again, just like how it used to be, even when I was a kid.
We talk so much about cultural burning and keeping practice alive and things like that, but we don't have anywhere to do it. And for a process like that, it's kind of ridiculous. Whereas a private landholder can do it tomorrow, whenever they like and however they like. So we need to have that space for ourselves to even keep our practices alive.
If we're practicing culture, dressed up, doing initiation or doing corroborees or anything, like, people are out with their cameras because they want to capture it. Like, we need a safe haven, a safe place to be able to practice our culture, without feeling like we're in a fishbowl. That's what the Western Edge could possibly provide.
I just ask the ACT government to consider our proposal and really look at what the Western Edge can offer, not only to us as Ngunnawal people, but the broader community of the ACT.
If you ask most Canberrans if they support reconciliation, I think the vast majority said yes, of course. But I think as a territory, we're not doing much meaningful work in that space. And here is an opportunity to actually put our money where our mouth is, and to say this is a meaningful way of engaging and valuing and honouring First Nations knowledge and wisdom and connection to this place that we all now call home. I think we've got to find a way forward together.
A lot of our knowledge is there. It's there waiting to be ignited.
He's literally flying just there to make noise. Oh, here comes another couple from the other side, over there. Oh, that is cool. Oh man, I think that says it all.